Imagine a legendary era in ancient India, a time when philosophical thought blossomed like stars scattered across the night sky. In this age, dozens of brilliant sages and spiritual leaders emerged, each offering their unique perspectives on life and its ultimate purpose. Among the treasures of this time is the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, part of the Digha Nikaya, which documents 62 prominent philosophical doctrines, each contributing a distinctive piece to the intricate mosaic of that era's thought. One standout among these doctrines was materialism, championed by the followers of the Carvaka school. To them, death marked the absolute end, complete annihilation. Enjoy every pleasure in the present, for death is certain, they proclaimed. Ethics, a mere illusion. Religion, a collective madness. They glorified sensual indulgence and natural instincts, rejecting all forms of restraint. In stark contrast, another school of thought glorified severe asceticism. Many spiritual practitioners of the time believed that only through renunciation and self-mortification could one achieve ultimate liberation. Even the Buddha, during his quest for truth, walked this path. For 6 long years, he endured intense austerities with unwavering dedication, only to realize that this extreme path did not lead to the freedom he sought. From this realization arose the Buddha's profound insight into the middle way, a balanced path between indulgence and extreme asceticism. Though abandoned by his 5 closest disciples, the Buddha remained resolute, his determination unshaken. Alone, he faced every trial. And in that solitude, he attained enlightenment, becoming the guiding light for generations to come. The Buddha's first sermon. Let us journey back in time to a profound and transformative moment in history, the day the light of truth was first revealed in the Deer Park near Benares, modern-day Varanasi. It was here that Siddhartha Gotama, the Buddha, the fully enlightened one, delivered his first sermon, known as the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, setting the Wheel of Dhamma in motion. This event marked the beginning of a spiritual teaching that has endured for thousands of years. The dawn of change? Like a wheel rolling steadily along a path, this first sermon revolutionized human understanding, offering a new perspective on life's truths. The Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta was not just a teaching. It was the genesis of a transformative journey, a path leading to ultimate liberation and peace. The Buddha began his sermon by addressing 2 extremes that humans often fall into. The first is the path of indulgence, where one is consumed by worldly pleasures and frivolous desires. A way of life the Buddha described as base and unworthy of spiritual seekers. The second is the path of self-mortification, where one tortures the body and mind in pursuit of liberation. This, too, the Buddha condemned as futile, as it weakens both wisdom and spirit. Drawing from his own profound experiences, the Buddha shared an invaluable insight. Neither extreme leads to enlightenment. Instead, he advised following the middle way, a balanced approach that avoids both indulgence and self-denial, fostering clarity and inner peace. The 4 Noble Truths. After illuminating the perils of the 2 extremes, the Buddha introduced the 4 Noble Truths, foundational principles that form the bedrock of Buddhist teachings. 1. The truth of suffering. Life is filled with suffering, birth, aging, illness, and death. Separation from loved ones, association with those we dislike, and unfulfilled desires. Even the fleeting joys of life are impermanent and ultimately unsatisfactory. 2. The truth of the cause of suffering. At the root of suffering is craving, tanha, the insatiable thirst for pleasure, existence, and non-existence. This attachment binds beings to the cycle of birth and death, perpetuating their suffering. 3. The truth of the cessation of suffering. Liberation from suffering is possible. By relinquishing craving and severing its hold, one can achieve nibbana, a state of absolute peace and freedom from all afflictions. 4. The truth of the path leading to the cessation of suffering. The way to end suffering is through the Eightfold Path, a practical guide comprising right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. The middle way and the path to enlightenment. The Buddha emphasized that the middle way is not merely a philosophical concept, but a practical method for cultivating wisdom and inner harmony. It empowers individuals to master their desires and develop insight, enabling them to perceive the true nature of all things and break free from worldly illusions. As the Buddha spoke 5 ascetic monks, his former companions in 6 years of austere practice listened with reverence. The sermon not only awakened the human spirit, but also reached celestial beings and unseen entities who had long awaited the revelation of this noble truth. The First Awakening. When the sermon concluded, a profound realization dawned upon Kondañña, one of the 5 ascetics. He understood the impermanence of all things, declaring, "Whatever arises is subject to cessation." With this insight, Kondañña became the first disciple to attain the stage of stream entry, the initial step on the path to liberation. The universe seemed to rejoice. Celestial beings across realms celebrated this momentous event, praising the Buddha's teaching as a beacon of hope and serenity. The light of truth transcended all boundaries, illuminating the hearts of countless beings. The light of truth. The Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta is far more than a sermon. It is a symbol of awakening and an endless source of inspiration for those seeking freedom from suffering and delusion. From that pivotal moment, the wheel of truth began to turn, spreading the Buddha's teachings far and wide, touching the lives of millions across the ages. May the Buddha's words continue to shine as a guiding light, leading us toward inner peace, wisdom, and ultimate liberation.